All right. Good morning. Evangeline here. Sacred Dive. Figured I'd try going live so that I could just be, right here, right now for you, because because that's where we live, right? We live only right here, right now. We might live in our minds in the past or the future, but our actual life force, our actual um, you know, juice is only ever right now. So, this is the point of power. This is the place where we have the ability to actually, this is the only place right now that you have the actual ability to affect any kind of impact, change. This is it. And I don't fully realize that yet. I think if I did, I would probably blow my mind. But I've touched it, I've touched it. And so for some reason, that's what I wanted to say when I started. But I think I've been wanting to speak. Um, I know things are pretty wild and people are upset, and there's a lot going on in the world. And I kind of want to speak to something um, that I think of when I look out, right? And that is that every single one of us, every person without exception, no matter if they're jerks, if they're sweet, if they're old, if they're young, if they're completely unconscious, you name it. um every single one of us has this inner sovereignty. And even if you haven't touched it or felt it or experienced anything like that in yourself yet, it's there. There's a place in each of us that just cannot be touched, affected, nor destroyed by anything that's going on in the outer. And by outer, I mean um, in the world, in the community, in the family, and even in your own mind. Like your own mind is even the outer. And so sometimes our minds are way worse, to live with than what's going on in the outer. And so this finding, I can just say this, I can just talk about this, but it's kind of pointless. Well, it's good to learn about it, but I can talk about this inner sovereignty, right? And that's fine. But that's the words of it, that's the concept. But that concept just points to an actual direct lived experience of this finding this inner sovereignty. I mean, there's a lot of other words for it. It's just inner sovereignty is the one that is coming to mind right now. Oh, and I see there's 2 people watching me. Hey, that's exciting. I don't know who you are, but it's nice that you're here. And I welcome any feedback. Um, so to actually learn to touch this inner sovereignty, and another word for that is could be self-regulate, the ability to self-regulate your nervous system, right? That is another, it's not exactly that deep inner sovereignty I'm talking about, but when we're in this deep inner sovereignty, there is a regulated nervous system. Okay. And someone's giving me some little hearts. Thank you. That's fun. Um, and this doesn't just happen, the ability to access this in inner sovereignty. Maybe I should give a couple other words. There's a deep peace. Sometimes people feel, oh no, there's 6 people watching, hey. um, a deep peace, this great calm. Some people feel it as this vast, welcoming, velvety blackness. And so to be able to access that through practice, your ability to access it and like reside there and move about your life there increases. But it does take like, I think it takes a kind of sincerity or sometimes a desperation to inspire you to actually like keep finding that place. And as you do, I think of it as like a reservoir or an anchor. It gets bigger and bigger. You know, law of attraction, which I don't really do, but I like some of it. In the law of attraction, like that which you give your attention to, and again, harken back to the beginning of this live video, like your attention is what you have right here, right now. It's your most precious commodity because it's like all there is, right? If you actually parse it down to like this moment, that's what you got, your attention. And so when you give, you know, that which you give your attention to tends to grow. And so when you give your attention to this deep sovereignty, it tends to grow. And then there's there's an ability to access it no matter what's going on out in the world. Okay, I think I'm going to keep it at that today, but thanks for watching, and yeah, blessings to you.